Colson chats with Boardroom about her decision to leave the Las Vegas Aces and join the Indiana Fever, the current state of women basketball, what she's been up to in the content game, and
Did you catch the WNBA shakeup that has A'ja Wilson absolutely fuming? Sydney Colson, Wilson's longtime teammate and closest ally, just shocked everyone by leaving the back-to-back champion Las Vegas Aces for, wait for it, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever.
WNBA champion Sydney Colson is officially signing a 1-year deal with the Indiana Fever. So, the Fever just keep on doing what they've been doing. They're not playing.
That's right. The so-called Aces dynasty is starting to show cracks, and Wilson's fans are in a frenzy. But here's the truth. Out of all the moves the Fever made this offseason, this one might be the biggest. This could be the final piece that propels Indiana into true championship contention. Are you ready for the drama to unfold? Let's go.
Big change in leaving the Aces for the Fever. What made you want to join Indiana? Here we go. Sydney Colson stated it was a variety of things. There was a new coaching staff. Amber Cox was a big part of that. Kelsey Mitchell, I played with her for the first 3 seasons. Joanna Bonner and Natasha Howard are players I respected from afar. Enjoy their game. Kate Martin, my teammate from the Aces, obviously good friends with Caitlin Clark. They play together at Iowa, and she speaks really highly of her. And obviously, we saw the rookie year.
Picture A'ja Wilson waking up, checking her phone, and realizing her most trusted teammate is gone. Not traded, not cut, but gone by choice. Sydney Colson, a 2-time WNBA champion with the Aces, wasn't just another player on the roster. She was Wilson's go-to, her closest confidant, and the heartbeat of that locker room. But something changed. Colson looked beyond the bright lights and championship banners in Vegas and set her sights elsewhere.
First of all, this WNBA free agency will not let us rest. Number one, we literally cannot rest. But also, I love this move again. Like, Sydney Colson is a great player, but she's also a player that is going to add even more to what we're going to talk about later, and that's that chemistry of the team.
Let's talk about Colson's impact. Sure, her stats won't jump off the page, minus 2.5 points, 1 assist, and just 8 minutes per game last season. But numbers don't tell the whole story. Colson was a defensive menace and a clutch performer when it mattered most. Think back to the WNBA Finals 2 years ago. She was there, making game-changing plays that didn't always make the highlight reels but helped win championships.
Analia, Boston, they had something special the second half of the season, and I just look at them as a young, hungry team. Our veteran president with Joanna Bonner, Natasha, and me coming from winning programs who have been around the league for a long time and can help infuse something in that team that can take them far in the playoffs.
And here's the twist. Colson wasn't just valuable on the court. She was the glue that held the Aces together, the ultimate teammate, the locker room leader, the one who kept spirits high when things got tough. Every championship team needs that player, the one who makes everyone around them better just by being there.
You mean to tell me that 2-time WNBA champion, the face of the God Dog League, okay? The Aces' main girl, right-hand man, Sydney Colson, is no longer returning to the Aces and is signing with the Indiana Fever? First of all, do the Fever even have any more roster spots open? How many folks are you guys going to sign?
Now, let's shift our focus to Indiana. The Fever are making moves like a team that knows they're on the verge of something huge. Natasha Howard signed. Joanna Bonner secured. Sophie Cunningham added to the mix. And now, Sydney Colson. The Fever are building something special, and they're not being subtle about it.
Self-appointed, face of the league, but also just in entertainment and all of these things. She has done and achieved so many things and continues to find amazing places in the WNBA, including with the Indiana Fever right now. And I'm just really, listen, what other moves they gonna make? Because I love this one too. And just great move after great move after great move.
But the real question remains, why did Colson walk away from a championship caliber team? Fans are in shock, social media is buzzing, and no one saw this coming. Aces fans are still reeling, while Fever fans are celebrating like they just won the lottery.
Sydney Colson, and I'm excited for the Indiana Fever because they have an amazing player who is also very hilarious, like one of the funniest people in the league. So really excited to see this.
Said, imagine the content between Sydney and Caitlin. It's going to be comedy.
Content for days. I know the Indiana Fever front office is just celebrating because that is a part of it too, is content and having players that are going to be good at that. So come on, Sydney.
Here's the bottom line. Colson chose Caitlin Clark over A'ja Wilson. Let that sink in. The player Wilson called her favorite teammate, the one she trusted the most, just packed up and moved to Indiana. This isn't just a roster change. This is a power shift. The WNBA is entering a new era, and Indiana just made it loud and clear. They're here to take over.
What means Sydney Colson is joining the Indiana Fever? What does that mean? Indiana is just being so greedy right now. They took DB, they took Natasha. Now they got Sydney Colson. Like, why would they take Sydney from us? Why would they take Sydney from us? What the fuck we ever do to Indiana? Except beat them. But like, what the fuck we ever do to Indiana?
But this move is about so much more than just basketball. It's about building something real, something sustainable. The Fever aren't just adding a backup guard for Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell. They're bringing in a proven leader, a defensive ace, and someone who knows exactly what it takes to win at the highest level. And A'ja Wilson. Let's just say she's not taking this well. Social media is in full meltdown mode, with her fans absolutely losing it over Colson's departure. But what is it about Sydney Colson that has everyone in such a frenzy?
I'm really trying here not to crash out, okay? I can't take too much more. I just said the other day, what did I say? Another bomb is Sunday. I said, this isn't it. You know, I can't wait to see what the next bomb would be. Didn't know this would be the bomb. Stephanie White ain't playing fair. I have to say it again. Stephanie White is not playing fair.
Let's break it down. On paper, Colson might not seem like a game changer. She's not a volume scorer, and she's not dropping 30 points a night. But that's not what makes her special. She's a defensive disruptor, a playmaker with a late court vision, and a clutch shot maker when it matters most. Now, imagine those skills alongside Caitlin Clark. Picture Colson stepping up to control the game when Clark needs a breather. That's the kind of depth that turns a good team into a great one.
Is a two-time WNBA champion, a true vet, an amazing backup point guard. And anytime that CC or any of the guards need to go to the bench, I mean, Sydney Colson always makes the right call, always makes the right decision. So to pick up a vet, a professional like Sydney Colson, and then you also have a vet like Dewana Bonner, and you also have a vet like Kelsey Mitchell, and then you have CC and Aaliyah Boston. And
Colson's value isn't measured by flashy stat lines. The Fever didn't bring her in to be their top scorer. They already have firepower. What they needed was a player who can lock down opposing guards, make smart plays, and deliver in crunch time. Someone who thrives when the stakes are high and the pressure is suffocating.
I hope that some of y'all, if y'all are not familiar with Sydney Colson, I hope y'all, watch some highlights of her, because don't just be like, oh, Sydney Colson, she barely scored last year. She's not good for the Indiana Fever. No, she is. Don't.
But here's what truly sets her apart: leadership. Colson isn't just another name on the roster. She's a two-time champion who's been through the battles and knows exactly what it takes to win. And for a young team like Indiana, that experience is invaluable. She's the kind of player who elevates everyone around her, the one who keeps her teammates locked in when the season gets tough.
Caitlin Clark actually spoke on this on Sunday, and she had this to say, quote, "I'm excited. Obviously, we made some great moves. I think Kelly and Amber and the whole Fever organization are helping us to win now, and I think that's really important. I think they're putting really good pieces together that are going to complement each other really, really well." And then she continued talking about Steph, their new head coach, and said that Steph taking over as head coach for us, I think, is going to be really great. A great basketball mind, someone that actually called a quite quite a few of my college games. So being able to build that relationship with her and just be in the gym and work on things that she probably saw when I was a freshman in college